plus akasa tie nyina nim A plus eye gumuafo wono MP wono kwane eye the independent candidate ya owo eye gumua in fact in the central region utimi awini according to ono ankasa mu na eno on KSM show wakasa eden ana okan aha Airline TV plus and the first time obe like video no na or subscribe no wa share now the notification button so at once na be ya a baby video bia no nsa be kan no share na all the comment section at all na on KSM show A plus okan ensem bebre ye nyina ye ni OSP office ya ye ka ho asem ene corruption person you tuna so o se kurom ha sika manfo ewia ne ha no na kurom asem de se what sika ni bi pa ye wia ne kurom ha o se $280 million and what was say in Ghana for you $280 million they like you can't dollars now I have tears here because you need the quantity of money $280 million a tear meaning say anka yetese obi a US car anka ebe ma ya so na ye dimika adaya yes we should free such a person obi a mo man kro no ayente there every man sika no sika taxpayers money na abai achise nipa na don ye di nachi say adan ye free no because of a year 1 city 2 cities are yenya edi free say nipa no nti Ghana for yenye serious what is sika e mafo wi ya no krom ha no na what say ne ma ne ye west no say abai etwa no enkofo na ewie sika no na omo ne abai atu se enkofo na ebie enti ama ade no yentimi nku because say me no government etwa mu no ana ewia ana the current president and also the current government e wa ba mu no owo no any previous then of course what is the point of even prosecuting complices in such cases sika no me mawia ana me no na ebie na da wa report say sika no me na mawia enti saade na ekoso ni nti e market as ne poye ne de ye ntimi entu ase no wi e no say ya OSP office ne de ye nya botre no one His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ya adwene se office no ye man emre kakra se kise yaden ene enkofo no me adwuma no ana ye mpewo mo enam o mu dwuma die dia ene ye mfanto na ye mpam wo no office ne de mma ye new office ni for because what's office in the office the mere existence of the office in a plan every detail man for say one area ade but the point is the office is there and people are still stealing but of course it doesn't nullify say so office no e won mu a en detail man for e ma won mu area o man no we was say ono no on tiase di ntia e man for ka say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama tetem am was say no do mama na kwa wa bre unyaya nko kofie kura no akwaje na home na na Ghana fo na na pese hwe se ne oya niema se ne otutu niema ye economy se ne otutu ye Ghana inflation se ne otutu ye ene modern ma wo bo ene population interchange also ba ye wato aso reset agenda no e ba ye wato aso ye kekus e kwa bia na da no ba ye no wato aso o nya nto na ne reset agenda no ebi se ye hwe ne modern ma wo bo na se edobua ama o ma na tumpon de a adan na wo se ye de ana ye mpese ye na kotete mpese ye na kotete wo se constitution e Ghana for dia it is Ghana for if you say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama obekotete ma ye buwa ni obi e bia obwa tete ni e den ya obeko no wo se countries are na ye ni abre ni esi ye follow omo in their developmental route ene ade no omo so omo ye no 10 days ankomo bi ene wo China ne Japan ene countries aka no e mfato ho say sa countries ni na omo ni sa term limit no there is no term limit ye he na be boy ni e ma atoa so it is ye na say Excellency John Dramani ma wo be boy ni e ma na atoa so ye ma na me ye term bia na ye se term na chinchina nchi a da bi umintie A plus Kwame A plus this New York on KSM show.
I think that this government is doing very well. It is depressing to hear how much people have stolen. Too much money has been stolen from the system, and the people who stole the money from this system some of them shared the money with the people who are in the system now. Like people who are in this government shared money with the people who are in the previous government. We know all of them. Just that I'm saying that if you hear the amount of money that people have taken, $280 million, and
go ahead.
You find it. I don't know if Ghanaians understand dollar. Yeah, like when you hear that some people have taken $280 million. All those who stole Ghana money from Kwame Nkrumah's time, their children are not better than us. Stop stealing. And this is what, if we don't like the special prosecutor, we have to remove him with due process. We have to remove him, but with due process. But you cannot say that because we are not seeing action, we must abolish the whole office of the special prosecutor. So okay, there is armed robbery in Ghana, so let's abolish the Ghana Police Service. Because we have not been able to stop armed robbery. Yes, arrest all the armed robbers. How does that work? Just having that office alone may deter people from engaging in some corrupt activities. Just having the office. There are so many things that you need to strengthen the office of the special prosecutor. And this is what John Mahama said throughout the campaign, that we need to strengthen this office. Because he wants to fight corruption. But if you come and say, let's abolish it entirely, has the Attorney General's office been able to prosecute everybody? There are cases where you go to court and they say Attorney General is not coming, so then the court, the case has been whatever. So I like Martin Kpebu. But Martin must also not be an educated Chairman to me under John Mahama. You cannot go attend an invitation by a security agency, and you are a lawyer, you know the law, you have been invited. You cannot go to such a place and go with your own police or whatever, go with maybe say bloggers, go with, no, you are bigger than that.
Is that what he did?
And when you go, you want to show them that you are in power. That's why they have to arrest you. Nobody is above the law. And Martin himself, I mean, honestly, I like him. However, I think that some of the things that he did was wrong.
Have you told him?
No, I'm telling him now. Dollar can come to 5. Dollar can come to 1, 2 cedis equal $1. If you continue on a certain path, trying to be all powerful, trying to feel like, no, you are untouchable, Ghanaians will vote against you. Yeah, Ghanaians will vote against you. And the government must be very careful. 8 years in opposition was not easy. And they must be very careful. I will not mention names of agencies that I have dealt with who are useless. Ever since I tried to build a new industrial park in Gomoa that will employ over 300,000 people, I've met just too many useless government officials. And when I look at them, I know that with these people, Ghana will never develop, and they are taking salary. Under John Mahama?
Yeah.
This is the first time in the history of this country where a president has left power, a government has left power for another government to take over, but projects under the previous government did not take a break. The road from the Pukwasi Road, it did not take a break. John Mahama does not politicize development. So the resetting is that after John Mahama took power, the road from Accra to Cape Coast, which was started under Akufo-Addo, is still ongoing. The resetting is that the road, the Pukwasi interchange, is still ongoing. The resetting is that we are not paying for DSTV at Jubilee House. Somebody says, so, but how much will we spend on it? It doesn't matter. How much? When you put it together, it becomes much. We are going to spend a lot of years telling Ghanaians about the good things that John Mahama is doing. And we will not wait for John Mahama to leave power before hey, look, we have all suffered that before. When John Mahama left power, then I came and said, hey, because I was part of those who criticized John Mahama. When he left power, hey, look, he built harbor. Hey, he built airport. In the history of this country, There is no leader who has built a new airport, a new harbor. Nobody. And John Mahama has plans to build a third port. Once you do anything, I call the president and I tell him that they are lying.
What agendas are they?
Like all this KC and all, I will call the president. The president knows that I have told him that I don't want ministerial appointment. That is the last thing that I'll do with my life. My focus is go Mwamempe minister. So president, when I'm talking to him, he knows that I don't want anything. I'm just telling him I've never gone to a president for a favor. And I believe that John Mahama is a blessing. We have to come together, whether you like GM or not. He's going through a lot. Look, the things that his own people do. Me, John Mahama is my Konkonsa partner. We have been doing Konkonsa small.
What do you Konkonsa about?
I would die with it.
Tell me one thing Konkonsa about that will not affect national security.
I would die with it. Even the fun, even the joke. Even the joke, I would die with it. But me, I've been chopping Konkonsa. Yes, you see this one. This one is not good. Yes, and GM is not the kind of person. He will just smile. But when you see the action, I am 100% third term person. Not because I want GM to go for a third term, but it's because I don't believe in term limits. I just don't believe in term limits. What I believe is that if we have somebody who is building, we must allow the person to build. Even John Mahama cannot stop us from testing the law. We are not interested in term limits. If China, they had term limits, they won't develop. UAE, all the countries that have developed, they are more sensible than us. They are going to space and all. They have removed term limits. Some of them don't have at all. Some of them have different laws that favor their progress. They know they can see what is happening in just one term. So they know that if there is a third term, they will never come to power again. So they are fighting their personal, what the fight is in their personal interest. Can you imagine John Mahama having another 4 years to build this country? You are talking about Las Vegas. John Mahama will build. All the man is looking for is a legacy everything is looking for a legacy project. Look, John Mahama himself has stated clearly that he doesn't want a third term. So they are scared that one day the people of Ghana will rise in their numbers and say, JM, we want you. And let me tell everybody, the country called Ghana belongs to the people of Ghana. They should go and read the Constitution, the first paragraph of the Constitution. So their fear is not John Mahama. John Mahama is tired. He wants to go home. Leave something, go home and sleep. But everybody is scared that there can be a movement that will say, you are not going anywhere. Let's keep developing until we are tired with you. The NDC must treat me very well. I decided to caucus with them.
Yeah.
And they have to treat me. If not, I'll make history as the first independent candidate, a member of parliament to win a re-election. It has never happened in the history of Ghana. I've made history by being the first person to win as an independent candidate in the central region. And if they don't treat me well, I'll be the first independent. Whatever decision I'll make in terms of contesting in 2028 will be based on what they do.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is that anybody who contests me, like I told you before, anybody who contests me, I'll beat them, hands down.
Okay.
Patrick Boama alone, if you have 5 Patrick Boamas in MPP, if you have 5 Oponkromers in MPP, they will change a lot. Because, you see, you have to understand Ghanaians. The Patapa won't work. It is not working. It has not worked.
Kwame plus. And he also would do Kwankwansa pa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now, NDC for other Kwankwansa, also no Kwame independent candidate here, all Paul Duma, na near NDC for Ebeye, Sisia, and the Bachelor say 2028 or be campaigning and I say on campaigning Emfa Emma Womu. Dr. Zato, saying name Dr. Zato, or a lecturer at the University of Ligain. Akibiniza. Or say, me call Ligain, and the Dr. Zato, Jebunti, or a lecturer at the University of Legon. Na Wakasa on TV3. Of course, Ninano is about West officer. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and saying, Obaya now, not able to be office in a day. Abafra, abofra nge afini yawo no nti Ghana for arabraka enya abotre na yemani nyini so na yen strengthen no nti his excellency nkomodi nyina hu say yen strengthen no if we say sa office nko a na what the prosecutorial powers and as a mandate so wetin ya prosecute executives within the government because so the two because attorney general say attorney general no government na adwuma nti obesi dey prosecuting nko for nti any efficient. However, say it strengthen the office of the OSP media, then we are more likely say you bring a better result. Now, Dr. Zato can was here, sir, OSP issue or one edin Google room. Dr. Anasa Mahama Yaraga on a majority leader in parliament on Dr. And I say Roxanne Nelson da Fiamapo, or when I didn't Google visit, or when I pass it, and I saw women making the initiative to scam the office. So, no woman, say auntie, or Munka, na his excellency, and another two as you knew the any other just said, or nobody will never Dr. Zato Jabunti, he happens to be the political science lecturer at the University of Legan. Ana oche na dey say sa OSP issue yi dey Dr. Roxanne Nelson da Fiamapo oni Mahama Yaraga onu na edunkugu omu na edunkugu omu na sen ko omu ebe seek the removal of that particular office na ori e no say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama oni CSOs civil society organization omu na edi nkunim in this particular OSP a case in him. If we say near civil society organizations for na say office no yenya betre because office no yini sa any equivalent to na omodo ma no etu say office no it is still young enti yenya betre na yema ni na yen strengthen no yema na hode mo if we say yema na hode mo yema na resources here na wode ye ni a e no na beboa ama yenya the value for money a ya hwehwe Dr. Zato on TV3.
The biggest winners are the CSOs that stood up to support the office and His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana. President John Dramani Mahama is, I can say, is a direct victim of this office. This office investigated him. So he alone and his lawyers can tell us what it means to be fully investigated by the OSP. He went through the grill. Let me say he suffered, he did whatever. So from a personal perspective, he can say that this is what I went through and I went this office of now that I have the power. He didn't choose that option. The CSOs went to him and they said, who cried with him? But he still said, look, despite all its flaws, despite whatever it has, the office can be part of the solutions to fighting corruption in this country. So I am not going to, don't let it be said that under my regime as President of the Republic that I remove this independent body. By doing that, the President, and also remember, this office is one of the legacies of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Like it or not, history is going to say that it was under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo that this office was established purposefully to fight corruption. So he could have also taken it off the plate of Akufo-Addo so that, look, 10, 20 years, 30 years down the line, when this office now becomes very effective, very efficient and is doing the things, so that they will not ascribe him what? To Akufo-Addo. He could have denied his place at the back. He ignored everything. He stood on a principle. He said, because of that, and for all the people that helped him to get there, he becomes the biggest winner, one of the biggest winners on this particular debate, on this particular issue. That's the two. The biggest losers in this particular thing when it came becomes the majority leader, Mahama Yaraga, and the majority with Roxanne Dafiamapo here. They are the biggest losers, and also the majority in parliament. They're the biggest losers in this particular debate when it comes to this week. They're the losers because they did not put the country first, they put their personal partisan interest first when it comes to this big. They're the biggest losers because they were scared, or they are getting scared about what happened. They were running on the whims and caprices of the public opinion. They just look at what people were saying and they did it. The other reason why they are the losers is this. Oral has become a massive and a colossal failure. The political promises made by Oral have failed massively. As someone say, it has toy in swim. The monies we were supposed to get from oral up to now, they have toy in swim. The people that were supposed to have been arrested and prosecuted by oral, they have toy in swim. So now people are not looking for a victim and escape. So the OSP is not becoming an escape route to redirect the anger of the people to OSP. See OSP, because look what has the oral done so far. If you're doing a how do you call it? An analysis of what the value for analysis of OSP. What is the value for analysis for oral? Oral was what? A campaign promise, a major campaign promise. We will retrieve the loot. How much of the loot has been retrieved? Okay. We've not heard that. So even some of the figures used in oral were cooked. We've heard that some of them were wrong. We said that some of them were just mere pictures, so not justiciable. So it means you cannot even prosecute them. So oral was the one that was brought in. Oral has failed colossally, and it's a major failure. So let's look for a next target. Let's look for a softer target. Let's now move the anger of the people.
Hey, Island TV Plus. So now first time again, over subscribe, like you know, share video, no. Now the notification button also at once. So that there are subsequent videos, no, eba, ubenya bi a share.